taking your audience questions. Send them in two ways. Number one, go to our website, davidpakman.com, click on Contact Us, send us your question. Option number two, call our voicemail number and leave your question, 219-2-DAVID-P. Here is an audio question, Lewis, for us. Take a listen to this.
Hey, David. This is Jeff. I'm a member. As a liberal, what is your view on pets? On one hand, you think you're giving them a better life, but on the other hand, you're keeping them in a cage a lot of the times. Just, anecdotal evidence. I have a hamster, and I love this hamster to pieces, but then again, am I giving it the best life it can have?
This is a good question, I think, Lewis, which is, okay, you want a pet, you have a pet, it's great that the pet's happy, but it's alone a lot of the day if it's a dog, or, cats, I guess, are more independent. Presumably they don't care as much about that. And they're living a certain domesticated type of life. The thing is, to really answer the question, don't we have to go back before a lot of these animals were even domesticated to say what is truly best for the animal?
I think it depends on the animal. I think when we're talking about dogs, cats, small rodents, I think it's gotten to the point where the best life for them is with living with people.
They've got regular food.
They got regular food. They're not exposed to predators. They're not exposed to the elements.
Right.
I would argue that with some of the bigger animals like horses and things of that nature, I would say that they should not be in captivity, if you will.
Even the thing with horses, though, is when you see wild horses, there are very few left now, but wild horses are often very, very skinny. It's very hard for them to get the nutrition they need. Some people argue that it actually is better for horses, for example, to be somewhere where they have a regular diet and they're cared for. They've got a veterinarian, so on and so forth. I think more broadly, though, the question is not looking at specific animals. Is the domestication of animals the best life that animals could have, broadly speaking? I don't even know if we can answer that, Natan.
I don't know. For me, the question kind of rests on whether leaving an animal like a dog, for example, in your house all day by itself, whether that in and of itself, even though the dog has ample food and is away from predators, whether that really is bad for the dog in any meaningful way compared to the dog being in the wild. I don't know if that's even something that is known.
Yeah, the thing is, there's really no wild dogs. It's like the dog was domesticated from the wolf. There are kind of like feral dogs or stray dogs, but we don't really have wild dogs to even compare to.
Right, but in any case, I think that even if we did know that, it would still depend on the situation. I'm sure we can think of situations where dogs aren't left alone all day. Certainly those situations aren't bad. So I don't know. It's kind of unclear because we tend to look at dogs and kind of assume that they're lonely in the same way that we are, and I'm just not sure if that's the case.
If you look at cities or countries that have dog or cat problems, where there are lots of these animals that are wild and on the loose.
Istanbul with cats, parts of Argentina with dogs, whatever
Israel
the
with
example.
Cats, in most cases, these animals are practically domesticated anyway. They live in and around the cities because they know that's where they can get food. People are feeding them on the streets anyway, and it's as if they were domesticated.
Interesting.
So I think it would be almost impossible for these animals to be truly wild at this point.
All right. I don't know if that really answers the question. It's a tough question, but it's an interesting question to think about. Leave your voicemail questions at 219-2-DAVID-P.